Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Thursday, June 5th, 2014. I'm astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. I'm doing a big sale on my website, inclusiveastrology.com, 15% off all my readings and all my products. Just type in the promo code GRATITUDE, and you can even use it for my new June 2014 webinar that goes into the whole entire month. The Mercury retrograde, it's 2 hours. Check it all out, inclusiveastrology.com. Now, this is some crazy astrology here today. Woo! There's so much firing off in the chart here. There's definitely a shock to our system today, and there's a lot to become clear on, at least try to. We got the Sun and Uranus making a sextile today. So this is a powerful alignment. Anything can happen. I'm just going to put that out there. When it's a Uranus day, extreme crazy beep could happen. You know, it's like, the unexpected definitely is around. So be wary of this, but there's an epiphany that comes. It's a positive Uranus transit. Plus, we have a minor yod actually pointing up to Uranus. So this is definitely the universe showing today that anything could happen, but there's a big epiphany. And if we understand who we are right, and if we're pushing ourselves in the right direction, and I think there's a lot of questions that we need to hump over today. We have a big shock to the system of a quarter moon square as the moon in Virgo is going to shock the sun in Gemini. It's like a big awakening has to happen. Maybe we're being too critical. Maybe we're still questioning things so much, especially as we have Mars in Libra, North Node in Libra, all these judgments. Today we got to understand what direction we're going, what we are, who we are, have this epiphany. Not question it, maybe communicate it right, and just step into this. Step over the questions today and get to the work. Make the work happen. We got Venus and Taurus, which really wants to manifest. It's in a positive position. We've got the moon in Virgo, which is like the details do matter, but maybe not so much that it holds you from doing things. Maybe we're rehashing over things that don't need to be hashed anymore. This is Uranus and Aries. It's about identification of self. It's about actions we take. And are we identifying correctly with the road we want? Maybe it's the questions that need to stop because it's altering the identity. This also has to do with how we're pushing ourselves out there with our actions, but more importantly, this has to do with communication. We've got a Sun in Gemini right now, and there's a lot of energy about to square Chiron here. We have Chiron about to go retrograde. We have Neptune about to go retrograde. We also have a Mercury retrograde, which comes here tomorrow. So there's a lot of energy in water that's about to retrograde, of sensitivities, emotional aspects, making sure we're not projecting our own crap onto people. I'm going to say that because that's extremely coming around right now. We've got Mars ready to make a powerful square to Pluto, and this is about, this really intense dynamic kind of control, power energy, people wanting to move forward intensely into things, project some sort of, judgment as well. And I think we need to make sure we don't do that. Chiron as well is about to start to make a big square to the sun, which I think the next couple days are going to highlight our own wounds and our own subconscious wounds, which we might have to expose in ourselves and make sure that we expose them, but we don't project them onto others. And so there's a lot around with this reality right now. It's confusing, but I think the confusion adds for learning to go with the flow, not trying to hammer down in a direction that you want on your own time and your own speed. We're going to have to use our free will here to kind of navigate the oceans like I've been talking about and go with the waves. If you're trying to hammer down in one direction and only go on that space right now, today, it's like you're not going with the flow of things. Really look at the details today and see if the flow is really working in your favor or not. Maybe your ego is wanting to push something today and it's just not going to work out. And the unpredictability is going to screw with you today because you were expecting it to be this one way and the unexpected came and it's not doing it right for you. So I hate to bring that up, especially as Mercury goes retrograde. We're at a time where there's a lot to review. There's a lot of things in our emotions correctly. So maybe today's not the best day to just go, I need to do this today, because that's the ego going, I want this, I need this, I need this. There's those mind games of, and playing games. Oh no, I got to do this because of this and because of this, and you can give me 15 different reasons why. Although the truth is, the Saturn in Scorpio, as the moon's going to sextile this today, create a yod with the Uranus and Aries, there is a truth exposing of your reality and your ego and how it really is going. How's it really going? Good example is I'm starting Leo King Premium But I'm starting that crap in July, because it's like, you know what? This is not the time for me to push a whole network about videos on sun sign horoscopes and aliens and all this crazy cool stuff that I want to talk about. I can't do that now. It's not time. If the energy is not right, I'm not going to push it. So in our lives, I think that there's a lot today of not tripping out, understanding the road we have to take, but realizing that, you know what, we don't have to hammer down full gear and go all the way there right now. We can cruise control there. We can find our direction. We don't want to project wounds on people. We don't want to do that kind of stuff because that's really apparent right now. I don't know the best way for you to be in spirituality. I don't know the best way for you to do things. I mean, I can give you the astrology, but I can't as a person project my own spiritual aspect of what I feel you should do. That's you. If you're going to do it your own way, do it your own way. And I'm a big believer in that. And I think in our times right now, we need to allow people to do their own things because our egos could get in the way right now. Our projections of subconscious issues can get in the way. And that's really strong right now. The death card reversed is the card of today. Maybe we're not willing to change. Maybe we're not willing for things to maybe die or end. And maybe we're not willing to make changes. That's one thing about this is the universe is going to force change today and learning to go with the direction and some unpredictability of changing maybe the way that you've been identifying with the roads in your life. Maybe you realize today that it's all on track, but maybe it's going to take some time to get there. So relax in that a little bit. The unpredictable stuff is happening for a reason. It's happening for a reason. And you have to allow those things to happen and go with the flow instead of being like, no, it's going to happen this, or tripping yourself out today and critiquing yourself. This could be a day of self-sabotage, self-critiques, and then projecting it on other people. So whoa, watch it. This is a hard horoscope to do, I'll be honest. It's not, this is some triple advanced astrology right here. I'm just going to be real with you. So that's where I'm getting all this stuff, And I think the universe wants you to know that death is happening for a reason and to allow it to happen. If things are ending or things didn't work out or unpredictable things happen, there's a reason for it all. Just trust in that, surrender to that. We're all wounded right now in our own head on why certain things are trying to pull in a certain direction. We got to get over that. We got to not play head games anymore or excuses of why our ego needs something so bad. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com. If you have any questions or if you want a one-on-one reading, thank you so much for all of your support, and I will see you for the big weekend forecast tomorrow.